As our world becomes increasingly connected, it's more important than ever for businesses to understand the nuances of cultural differences when conducting international business. That's why I've created a course on international business and cultural awareness to help you navigate the complexities of cross-cultural communication and build successful business relationships around the globe. In this course, we'll cover topics such as the impact of cultural differences on business practices, language barriers, business etiquette, religion and spirituality, Hofstede's cultural dimensions theory, cross-cultural training, time zones and scheduling, international trade agreements and regulations, and the role of technology in facilitating international business relationships. By the end of this course, you'll have a solid understanding of how to navigate cultural differences and build strong business relationships with partners from around the world. Whether you're just starting to explore international business or looking to expand your existing international operations, this course will give you the tools and insights you need to succeed in a global marketplace. Number 1. Cultural awareness is essential for successful international business relationships. Understanding and respecting the cultural differences between countries is key to building trust and establishing strong business relationships. In today's globalized world, it's more important than ever to understand and respect cultural differences when doing business internationally. Cultural awareness is essential for successful international business relationships, and it's a key factor in building trust and establishing strong business partnerships. When working with business partners from different countries, it's important to understand that different cultures have different values, beliefs, and customs. These differences can impact business practices, communication styles, and negotiation strategies. For example, in some cultures, it's considered rude to get straight to business without first engaging in small talk and building a personal relationship. In others, directness and efficiency are valued over social niceties. By taking the time to learn about different cultures, you can avoid misunderstandings and miscommunications that can harm business relationships. You'll also be better equipped to navigate cultural differences and negotiate effectively. For example, by understanding the importance of hierarchy in some cultures, you can avoid inadvertently offending a business partner by failing to show proper respect to their position or title. Cultural awareness isn't just about avoiding cultural faux pas, however. It's also about building trust and establishing strong business relationships. By showing an interest in and respect for a partner's culture, you can demonstrate that you value their perspective and are willing to work together in a collaborative and respectful manner. In conclusion, cultural awareness is a critical factor in successful international business relationships. By taking the time to learn about and respect different cultures, you can avoid misunderstandings, build trust, and establish strong partnerships that can benefit your business for years to come. Number 2. Cultural differences can impact business practices. Different cultures have different ways of conducting business, and understanding these differences can help you navigate potential challenges and negotiate effectively. When it comes to international business, understanding cultural differences is crucial. Different cultures have different ways of conducting business, and failing to take these differences into account can lead to misunderstandings, miscommunications, and lost opportunities. By understanding these differences, however, you can navigate potential challenges and negotiate effectively. One way that cultural differences can impact business practices is in the area of communication. For example, in some cultures, indirect communication is preferred, with messages often conveyed through subtle hints and gestures rather than direct language. In others, directness is valued, with a preference for clear and concise communication. Cultural differences can also impact business etiquette, including dress codes, greetings, and gift-giving practices. For example, in some cultures, it's customary to exchange gifts at the beginning of a business relationship as a sign of respect and goodwill. In others, gift-giving may be viewed as inappropriate or even offensive. By understanding these cultural differences, you can adapt your approach to better align with the expectations of your business partners. This can help you build stronger relationships and negotiate more effectively. For example, by taking the time to understand a partner's communication style, you can adjust your own style to better fit their preferences and avoid misunderstandings. In conclusion, cultural differences can have a significant impact on international business practices. By taking the time to understand these differences and adapt your approach accordingly, you can navigate potential challenges and negotiate more effectively. This can help you build stronger business relationships and achieve greater success in the global marketplace. Number 3, language barriers can impact communication. Language is an important part of cultural identity, and understanding the nuances of a language can help you communicate more effectively with business partners from different countries. In the world of international business, effective communication is essential. However, language barriers can present a significant challenge when conducting business with partners from different countries. Understanding the nuances of a language is key to communicating effectively and building strong business relationships. Language is an important part of cultural identity, and different cultures have different ways of expressing themselves. Even if both parties speak the same language, there may still be differences in vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation that can impact communication. In some cases, miscommunications can lead to misunderstandings that can harm business relationships. One way to overcome language barriers is to invest in language training or hire a translator. This can help ensure that both parties are able to communicate effectively and avoid misunderstandings. It can also demonstrate a willingness to understand and respect the cultural differences of your business partners. In addition to language training and translation services, it's also important to be mindful of cultural differences when communicating with business partners from different countries. This can include being aware of different communication styles, body language, and nonverbal cues. In conclusion, language barriers can have a significant impact on communication in international business. By investing in language training or translation services and being mindful of cultural differences, you can communicate more effectively and build stronger business relationships with partners from different countries. This can help your business succeed in the global marketplace. Number 4, business etiquette varies across cultures. From appropriate greetings and dress codes to gift-giving and negotiation styles, business etiquette can vary widely across cultures. Understanding these nuances can help you avoid missteps and build stronger relationships. It's important to understand that business etiquette can vary widely across cultures. From appropriate greetings and dress codes to gift-giving and negotiation styles, understanding these nuances is key to avoiding missteps and building stronger relationships with business partners from different countries. One important aspect of business etiquette is greetings. In some cultures, a firm handshake and direct eye contact is preferred, while in others, a bow or slight nod is more appropriate. It's also important to be aware of the appropriate forms of address for business partners, such as using formal titles or first names. Dress codes can also vary widely across cultures. In some countries, business attire is more formal and conservative, while in others, business casual is more common. Understanding the appropriate dress code can help you make a good impression and show respect for your business partner's cultural norms. Gift giving is another aspect of business etiquette that can vary widely across cultures. In some countries, it's customary to exchange gifts at the beginning of a business relationship, while in others, gift-giving may be viewed as inappropriate or even offensive. It's important to be aware of these cultural differences and to act accordingly. Negotiation styles can also vary widely across cultures. In some countries, directness and assertiveness are valued, while in others, a more collaborative and indirect approach may be more effective. By understanding these differences, you can adapt your negotiation style to better fit the expectations of your business partners. In conclusion, business etiquette varies widely across cultures, and understanding these nuances is essential for building strong relationships with business partners from different countries. By being aware of cultural differences in greetings, dress codes, gift-giving, and negotiation styles, you can avoid missteps and build stronger relationships that can benefit your business for years to come. Number 5, religion and spirituality can impact business practices. Many cultures have strong religious or spiritual traditions that influence business practices. Understanding these traditions can help you navigate potential cultural sensitivities. Religion and spirituality are deeply ingrained in many cultures around the world and can have a significant impact on business practices. Understanding these traditions and their influence on business practices can help you navigate potential cultural sensitivities and build stronger relationships with business partners from different countries. In some cultures, certain days of the week may be designated as religious holidays or days of rest, which can impact business operations. For example, in some Muslim countries, Fridays are considered a day of rest and may not be suitable for business meetings or negotiations. Similarly, in some Jewish communities, the Sabbath begins at sundown on Friday and lasts until sundown on Saturday, during which time business activities may be restricted. Religious and spiritual beliefs can also influence business practices such as dietary restrictions, dress codes, and gift-giving. For example, in some cultures, it may be considered inappropriate to offer alcohol or non-kosher food as a gift. Understanding these traditions and customs can help you avoid unintentionally offending your business partners. It's also important to be aware of the religious and spiritual beliefs of your business partners and to be respectful of them. For example, if your business partner is observing Ramadan, it may be more appropriate to schedule business meetings in the morning when they have had a chance to eat before fasting during the day. In conclusion, religion and spirituality can have a significant impact on business practices in many cultures. By understanding these traditions and customs, you can avoid cultural sensitivities and build stronger relationships with your business partners. Being respectful of your partner's beliefs can go a long way in building trust and establishing successful business relationships. Number 6, Hofstede's cultural dimensions theory is a useful tool for understanding cultural differences. Hofstede's theory identifies 6 key cultural dimensions that can help explain cultural differences in business practices, including individualism versus collectivism, power distance, and uncertainty avoidance. Understanding cultural differences in international business can be a challenge, but Hofstede's cultural dimensions theory is a useful tool that can help. Hofstede's theory identifies 6 key cultural dimensions that can help explain cultural differences in business practices, including individualism versus collectivism, power distance, and uncertainty avoidance. Individualism versus collectivism refers to the degree to which a culture values individual achievement versus group harmony. In individualistic cultures, personal achievement and success are highly valued, while in collectivistic cultures, the well-being of the group is prioritized over individual success. Power distance refers to the degree to which a culture accepts and expects power differences in society and organizations. In high-power distance cultures, there is a greater acceptance of authority and hierarchy, while in low-power distance cultures, there is a more egalitarian approach to power and authority. Uncertainty avoidance refers to the degree to which a culture tolerates ambiguity and uncertainty. In high uncertainty avoidance cultures, there is a greater need for structure and predictability, while in low uncertainty avoidance cultures, there is a greater tolerance for ambiguity and risk-taking. By understanding these cultural dimensions, you can better navigate potential cultural differences and adjust your communication and business practices accordingly. For example, in a high-power distance culture, it may be more appropriate to use formal titles and hierarchical structures in business communication, while in a low-power distance culture, a more egalitarian approach may be preferred. In conclusion, Hofstede's cultural dimensions theory is a useful tool for understanding cultural differences in international business. By understanding these dimensions, you can better navigate potential cultural differences and build stronger relationships with business partners from different countries. Number 7, cross-cultural training can be beneficial for international business. Cross-cultural training programs can help employees develop cultural awareness and sensitivity, as well as provide practical tips for navigating cultural differences. If you're planning on doing business with partners from different countries, cross-cultural training can be a beneficial investment. Cross-cultural training programs provide employees with the necessary skills to understand and navigate cultural differences effectively. They can also help improve communication, avoid misunderstandings, and build strong business relationships. Cross-cultural training programs typically cover a variety of topics, including cultural values and beliefs, communication styles, business etiquette, and negotiation tactics. By providing practical tips for navigating cultural differences, employees can feel more confident and prepared when doing business with partners from different countries. One of the main benefits of cross-cultural training is the development of cultural awareness and sensitivity. When employees have a better understanding of different cultural values and beliefs, they are more likely to recognize potential cultural differences and avoid misunderstandings. This can help prevent any unintentional offense or negative impact on business relationships. Additionally, cross-cultural training can improve communication skills. Effective communication is key to successful business relationships, and understanding cultural differences can help employees communicate more effectively with partners from different countries. This can lead to a smoother and more productive business process. In conclusion, cross-cultural training programs can be highly beneficial for international business. They provide employees with the necessary skills to navigate cultural differences effectively, improve communication, and build strong business relationships. By investing in cross-cultural training, businesses can set themselves up for success in the global marketplace. Number 8, time zones and scheduling can be challenging in international business. When working with partners in different time zones, scheduling meetings and conference calls can be tricky. It's important to be flexible and accommodating to ensure effective communication. In the world of international business, working across time zones can present a significant challenge. With partners and clients located in different parts of the world, scheduling meetings and conference calls can be tricky. However, with a little flexibility and adaptability, it is possible to overcome these challenges and ensure effective communication. One of the biggest challenges of working across time zones is finding a mutually convenient time for meetings and calls. This can be especially difficult when dealing with partners in different parts of the world, where the time difference can be as much as 12 hours or more. To overcome this challenge, it's important to be flexible and accommodating. This might mean scheduling meetings outside of regular business hours or adjusting your schedule to accommodate your partner's time zone. Another important consideration is the use of technology to facilitate communication. Video conferencing platforms like Zoom, Skype, or Teams can help bridge the gap between time zones and enable real-time communication. These tools also offer the added benefit of visual cues, which can be particularly helpful when dealing with language barriers. It's also important to be mindful of cultural differences when scheduling meetings and calls. For example, in some cultures, punctuality is considered more important than in others. Being aware of these cultural differences can help ensure that meetings and calls are scheduled at a time that is convenient and respectful to all parties involved. In conclusion, time zones and scheduling can be challenging in international business, but with a little flexibility and adaptability, it is possible to overcome these challenges and ensure effective communication. By being mindful of cultural differences and utilizing technology to facilitate communication, businesses can successfully navigate the challenges of working across time zones. Number 9, international trade agreements and regulations can impact business practices. International trade agreements and regulations can have a significant impact on international business practices, including import, export rules, tariffs, and intellectual property laws. International trade agreements and regulations are critical factors that can have a significant impact on international business practices. It's important for businesses operating in the global market to be aware of these regulations and their impact on their operations. One example of the impact of international trade agreements is import-export rules. Different countries have different regulations on what goods can be imported and exported, and the rules can change depending on the country and the product. Understanding these regulations is essential for businesses that rely on the import and export of goods to remain compliant and avoid penalties. Tariffs are another significant factor to consider in international trade. Tariffs are taxes on imported goods, and they can significantly impact the cost of doing business. It's essential to be aware of the tariffs imposed by the countries you're doing business with and factor them into your pricing strategy. Intellectual property laws are also a critical factor to consider in international business. Different countries have different laws and regulations regarding intellectual property, such as patents, copyrights, and trademarks. It's important to understand these laws and protect your intellectual property when doing business in foreign countries. In conclusion, international trade agreements and regulations can have a significant impact on international business practices. Businesses operating in the global market must be aware of these regulations and their impact on their operations. By understanding import, export rules, tariffs, and intellectual property laws, businesses can remain compliant and avoid penalties, ultimately leading to a more successful and profitable business operation. Number 10. Technology can help facilitate international business relationships. From video conferencing to social media, technology can help bridge the gap between cultures and facilitate communication and collaboration in international business settings. Technology has become an essential tool for businesses operating in the global market. With the rise of video conferencing, social media, and other communication technologies, it's easier than ever before to establish and maintain international business relationships. Video conferencing is an excellent example of how technology can help bridge the gap between cultures. It allows individuals and teams to communicate face-to-face in real time, regardless of their location. This technology has become an essential tool for businesses that have teams located across different countries and time zones, allowing them to collaborate more effectively. Social media is another valuable tool for businesses in the global market. It provides a platform for businesses to connect with customers, partners, and potential clients worldwide. By leveraging social media, businesses can share information, build relationships, and establish their brand presence in foreign markets. Furthermore, technology has made it easier for businesses to streamline their operations, including payment processing and logistics. For instance, cloud-based platforms allow businesses to manage their supply chain operations, track inventory, and monitor sales in real time, regardless of their location. In conclusion, technology has become an essential tool for businesses operating in the global market. It provides a means for communication, collaboration, and streamlining business operations, making it easier for businesses to establish and maintain international business relationships. As technology continues to evolve, businesses must stay abreast of these changes and leverage the latest tools to remain competitive in the global market.